on guys, welcome back to another VHS video. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of my monster concepts for VHS, the Murder Ghost. So the Murder Ghost is a poster that's in the VHS lobby right now. It shows a picture of like a green ghost. I think it's a girl ghost, but don't know for sure. And her arms are like outreached and she's like screaming or something. And I don't think the Murder Ghost is going to be the next monster in VHS, but I do think it will come one day. So I came up with a whole concept for her. Also, if you just follow me on Reddit or something, or you just browse the VHS Reddit, I post a lot of concepts on there. I post a lot of different balancing changes and feedback to the devs. But recently, over the past week, I haven't been able to post anything. As you can see, I just get this. Sorry, this post was removed by Reddit spam filters. Reddit's automated bots frequently filter posts it thinks might be spam. So for some reason, none of my posts over the past week have even been, not that I'm spamming posts or anything, it's only like one every 4 days or something, but none of them have gone up, so why not make a video instead, because my posts just don't go on the VHS Reddit anymore. Some people say it's like you have too little karma to be able to post, but that's not a thing because I have 23,000 karma, so I should be able to post. I don't know, something's wrong with the VHS Reddit. It only happens on the VHS Reddit, but hopefully that doesn't happen to you guys either, because then your feedback just can't get to the devs, and that kind of sucks. But yeah, this video isn't feedback, it is just a concept I have for the Murder Ghost, so let's hop right into it. So I was thinking, the Murder Ghost, since it floats, of course it's a ghost, its tension track would be different from every other monster in the game currently, because currently you have the footstep sounds plus the tension track of the monster. But with the Murder Ghost, obviously they wouldn't make footstep noises, so I wrote here, tension track. The Murder Ghost makes no footstep approach noise as they float. Tension track remains the same size as the others. I feel like already this makes the Murder Ghost very unique in not really making it the first stealth killer because they still have a tension track, but I don't know, just little things like that that just like make sense for the monster. Like, of course you're not gonna hear footsteps when the ghost comes. Little things like that I feel like are gonna make each monster very unique. And design wise, of course, all the monsters in this game look fantastic, and the Murder Ghost on the poster at least looks really, really good. I don't know, something about green ghosts are just really cool. Alright, and getting into the monster powers and abilities, each monster in VHS so far has a tracking ability, a movement ability, and a defensive or offensive ability. For movement, Wart has a leap, Werewolf has berserk, and Dollmaster can teleport. For tracking, dolls have motion sensors, the Werewolf has hunting, and the Wart has echolocation. Offensive and defensive, Wart armor, dolls, of course, howl as the werewolf gets rid of your weapons. So I came up with those three types of abilities as well for the Murder Ghost. Also, I don't know if the name of the Murder Ghost would be the Murder Ghost, or just Murder Ghost. Who knows what they name it? Maybe Phantom? I don't really know. But yeah, on to Power 1, which is its traversal ability, and it is called Echtoportal. Slime up to 3 surfaces to allow passage through them. Cooldown after passage is 22 seconds. This means you can slime the ground in high school courtyard to allow passage down below to the basement, or slime a portal onto the stage in high school, allowing you to travel straight into the chemistry room. So yeah, I just imagine this in my head, like you basically just like put a big sludge on the wall, big green portal looking like Danny Phantom or something. It doesn't exactly like see into the room, it's not like it takes away the wall there, but it's just this creepy looking ghost portal and you could just go right through it. Maybe you hold interaction, kind of like a vault, or in some way like a vault animation, but you just like go through the wall and into the next location. Whether that's a portal on the ground to go down into the basement, or a portal on a wall to get into another room quicker. This also seems like a very hard thing to program. I know Smite's done it, and I might put some video on the screen showing what Smite does. But I came up with an alternative ability for another traversal ability, which we'll get into at the end of the video. That would be like a little bit easier for them to program. But I don't know why, I feel like these devs like a challenge, and I feel like programming something like this would be very fun for them, even if it does cause a ton of bugs. Power 2 is its offensive/defensive ability, and it's called Haunt. Passively send omens into props, and this is just passively overall. You don't need the ability on cooldown, you don't need anything. This is just what the Murder Ghost does passively. He sends omens to props around him in 10 meters. So yeah, send omens into props 10 meters around you as you move through the environment. When activated, omen-possessed props come revolving around you, acting as a protective barrier and throwing themselves in front of armed teens. Struck teens are slowed by 40% for 2 seconds, and the cooldown of the ability is 32 seconds. So basically, as you're moving through the map, like right away this ability isn't super OP or anything, it's not war armor. As this monster, you want to traverse the map a ton, go in all the rooms, and just let your omens possess all the props around you. So that when you do come into contact with a teen with a weapon, you activate your ability, all those props come rushing at you, they revolve around you to block bullets, and they of course throw themselves at teens that have weapons to slow them. I'm pretty sure a lot of the maps have a ton of props everywhere, but maybe some of them would need some added in. And this could also be like a thing that really lags the game. I don't know yet. I don't know how the programming will work exactly, but we already have omens that pick up props and they drag them around and toss them everywhere. So it's kind of already programmed in, but not exactly. But yeah, it'd be similar to War Armor in a way. And then Power 3, Screech. This is its tracking ability. Send out a ghastly screech causing omens to pop out of props and form around teens, and causing a crafting skill check on all teens currently crafting a weapon. If omens aren't removed from teens via a 3-second self-interaction, omens will expose the teen to the ghost after 8 seconds, and the ability has a 35-second cooldown. So basically you just press it, there's no like charge up time or like you're about to howl or something, you just press it, send out a loud screech across the map, people crafting weapons get a skill check. Of course, failing that makes omens pop up around you as usual. But also every teen on the map gets omens around them as long as there's a prop nearby that you've already ran by, making your omens possess those props. So you do have to it's not like you have to wait for your cooldowns for these abilities, you also have to have gone around the map enough to have put your omens in all the props. And you only have to do that once. It's not like every time you use an ability, all the omens on the map disappear and then you have to run around the map again. It's just a little fun thing, like you're leaving a trail behind you of ectoplasm in a way, and it's going on all the props. So yeah, you send out the Screech, and then everybody gets omens on them, basically, and then they have 8 seconds to remove them. It takes 3 seconds to remove, so you have 5-second window right there. It kind of kicks people off crafting tables because they have to first off do the skill check and then remove their things for 3 seconds. So it buys you 3 seconds of time, as well as reveals people if they leave it on them for 8 seconds. And I don't think removing it would slow you down or anything. It'd be kind of like the birds in Dead by Daylight when you remove them as the artist, or when you're going against the artist. And then here's my alternative power one if the ecto portals are too hard to program, because it does seem like a very complicated thing. Alt power 1, in between, and this one has a 22-second cooldown, allows you to enter the banished plane and move at increased speed, unable to see or hear teen players. Kind of like the spirit, but not exactly, because you wouldn't be able to hear anybody. I feel like that'd be too OP in this game, to be honest. But it's just a quicker way to travel and be stealthy as the murder ghost. This one would turn it into a stealth monster. And then when you come out of the banished state, of course you make that rewind sound just like you got banished. Because that's already perfect, that's already programmed in the game. I feel like a monster in the future is gonna have that ability to enter the banished state whenever they want. It's a pretty cool state to be in because it's all purple everywhere, and then you can just go really fast and reposition. I feel like a monster is gonna get that in the future just because it's already programmed in the game. It's also just a very good ability to just escape fights. Right now we have movement abilities to engage quickly, like Leap and Berserk. I guess the Dollmaster's Teleport is a really good escape ability, but this would be a insane escape ability as well. They would have to balance it around how long it takes to charge up and enter the banished state. Because you could also use it to engage. If you know where someone's at, just form into the banished state, go over there, and then appear. Alright, and lastly, besides the powers, perks. So the Murder Ghost would of course come with 3 perks, just like any other monster. And I also didn't implement perk points, like how much each perk would cost into this, because I wouldn't know about the balancing of that. That would all be internal. We'd all have to do a bunch of testing and stuff. But okay, perk 1, Phantom Presence. After downing a teen, your tension track remains on their body for 6, 10, and 14 seconds. And it has a 120-second cooldown. So this would allow you to basically just down someone and then be a stealth killer for, if you have enough perk points in it, 14 whole seconds. Just roam around, go find someone on a crafting bench. Might be a little overtuned, but don't know for sure, especially since it has a cooldown. Perk 2, Rift Robber. You capture rifts and super rifts 15, 25, and 40% faster. So that's a pretty basic one. That could even just be if they ever introduced just plain monster perks that you could just put on, that's just in its own little tab, and they don't need to have 3 perks for each monster. That could just be one that comes in the game randomly, or for a different monster in the future. Because it doesn't really fit the theme of the ghost, but still a perk I came up with that could be useful on basically any monster. Paranormal Activity, perk 3. At the start of the match, a random stigma is blocked off and cannot be crafted for 30, 60, and 90 seconds. This one would probably cost a lot of points, but it could help early game monsters a ton. and it's toned down a lot from like the corrupt intervention that it is in Dead by Daylight, because of course gens take 80 or 90 seconds to complete in that game, and in this it's 40 seconds to complete a stigma. So of course 30, 60, and 90 seconds at max. And this wouldn't just block off one bench, it would basically block off 2 benches, because it would just be a random stigma. You could start the match and fire benches are blocked off, or you could start the match and cursed benches are blocked off. But it's just a little thing to help the monsters early game out. And yes, I came up with all these perk icons by myself. I didn't draw I found the clip art and put it in, but I came up with the border and I made that, so that's pretty cool. I didn't know I had it in me to make those borders, but I made them pretty perfect. So yeah, that's my concept for the murder ghost. I am guessing they will add this monster eventually. I think a lot of the monsters you see on posters will be added, just because I mean it's all there. It's all in the lore. It's all there. They got the movies. And yeah, I'd love to see a green ghost monster in the game. And I think I've heard from a lot of other people they want that as well. Plus, we already know we're getting cosmetics for the spectral collectors as well, so there's got to be a ghost in the game when you're having spectral collectors, basically a Ghostbusters reference. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about the murder ghost. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Also, shout out to Kelsky. Go check out her video. She made icons for Deathwire and came up with a bunch of cool concepts for his powers. Kind of inspired me to do this. Also just inspired by Reddit removing my posts. So anyways, if you want to see more concepts like this in the future, let me know down below. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy the VHS content. I think I'm going to turn my entire channel into VHS in the future and get rid of reactions altogether. Even though my reactions get so much more views than my VHS content, I'm just super excited for VHS in the future and early access and everything like that. So hope you guys join me on the journey of Video Horror Society. And yeah, that's it for the video. Subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.